For some, it's a cute house with a white picket fence. For some, it could be a sleek, modern flat in the middle of a busy city. However, have you ever thought about living in a shoe? Perhaps living in a house where privacy is actually out the window would be interesting. Get ready if you think you've seen everything. The 20 strangest homes in the world are about to be shown to you. Homes that don't follow the rules, push the limits of what it means to be unique. Are you ready to go down the rabbit hole? Let's start. 20. A clear house in Tokyo, Japan. This is the house for you if you like having the sun shine in your home. Since it's totally clear, there's a lot of light, but no privacy. The architect, So Fujimoto, got the idea for this house from the fact that our ancestors lived in trees. 9. House for skateboards in Malibu, California. The house is set up so that it looks like one big skateboard rink. Pierre-André Senezurgas, who used to be a professional skater and world champion, designed the house. 18. The Carrot House in Poland. This house is the thinnest in the world. At its largest point, it's 152 centimeters across. The only person who lives there and designed it is Jakub Szczesny, who wanted to make sure that no urban space was wasted. So, he crammed his house between two other buildings. 17. The House of Bag End in Wales. The photographer who built this house must have been a big Lord of the Rings fan. It looks like it came straight from Hobbiton. The most interesting thing about it, though, is that it was made from only natural materials and didn't cost more than $52,000. 16. Beer's Old Water Tower. This tower held more than just water. During the Second World War, the Nazis used it as a place to hide. The Belgian design company Bomb Design Studio, on the other hand, chose to turn this 100-foot-tall tower into a pretty and comfortable house. 15. Home of the Brooklyn Clock Tower in New York City. This house is more expensive than most of the others on this list. This is at the top of the clock tower in Brooklyn and costs $18 million. Some of the best views of New York City can be found from the 7,000 square foot rooftop. 14. The Flintstones house in Malibu, New York. It's another house that was inspired by pop culture. It looks a lot like the house that the Flintstones family lived in on the popular 1960s cartoon show. For $3.5 million, you can get this rocking house. 13. The Dumpster Home in New York City. An American artist named Gregory Clone made himself a home out of an old dumpster. He has everything he needs to live in the house, even though it's not very big. He has room to store things, a stove, a fridge, and even a toilet. 12. The Giant Seashell House in Mexico City. This huge seashell-shaped house for a family of 4 in Mexico City was designed by Arquitectura Organica. They were influenced by the work of Antoni Gaudí and Frank Lloyd Wright. The colored glasses on the outside of the house remind me of the work of Gaudí and Wright. 11. The Steel House in Lubbock, Texas. It took Robert Bruno 23 years to build this house. He kept adding onto it until it became a huge building with 3 floors that looked like a giant steel pig. At first, it was only supposed to have 1 floor. These are the spots he picked because they had great views of Ransom Canyon below. 10. Log Cabin on the Enterprise, Hinckley, Leicestershire. For Star Trek fans, this house is made to look like the inside of a Star Trek ship, complete with sound effects and LED lights. Tony Allain made this lovely house, but his ex-wife won the court case and took it from him. How wonderful it is to live a long and happy life here. 9. House on its Side in Trassenheide, Germany. As part of the World Upside Down project, Polish architects Claudius Golos and Sebastian Mickiewicz built this house to be a tourist draw. Visitors could see the world from a different point of view. The furniture and everything else in this house are all turned around. 8. The House with the Toilet in Suwon, South Korea. to honor the start of the World Toilet Organization, Suwon's mayor, Sim Jae-duk, had this house built in the shape of a toilet. The house has a lovely deck on the roof where flags from many countries are flown. It costs more than $1 million, just like the last one. 7. Dupli-Casa, Germany, Ludwigsburg. The German architect J. Mayer made this. They are known for making strange-looking homes. You can't really tell what shape the house is because it looks like a nice place to live. 6. Cojetillos, Bolivia, El Alto. These tacky-looking houses were made by Bolivian architect Freddy Mamani as a way to change the city's reputation for its one-color buildings. In the past 9 years, he's built more than 60 of them, and many more are on the way. 5. The S House in Saitama, Japan. There's something about Japanese homes made of glass. Its interior is very simple but well thought out. This house was designed by the Japanese engineer Yusuke Kawasawa. It lets in a lot of natural light, but doesn't give its residents any privacy. 4. The Egg House in Beijing, China. The rising prices of homes in China's capital bothered the architect Dai Haifei. What did he do? He put up an egg-shaped house on the ground for himself. It meets all of his basic needs and is driven entirely by sunlight. It's also not expensive. He built this for just $964. 3. Rancho Burrito in East Austin, Texas. This house shows how to live in a way that doesn't harm the environment. The home is made up of a 280 square foot shipping container that serves as a bedroom, kitchen, and even a hot tub. It makes sense that cars on the highway would stop and look at it. 2. Home Shark Attack in Headington, Oxford. It's easy to see how the house got its name. Bill Heine, a radio DJ for the BBC, had an artist build a 7.5 meter fiberglass great whale that crashed through the roof of his house in 1986. It is now a well-known sign in the area because it is the easiest house to find in the neighborhood. 1. The Guest House in Delma, France. It is hard to find the right words to describe this house. This house was designed by architects Bergadour and Peugeot and used to be a jail. The scary all-white interior is made of styrofoam that has been covered in light resin. We hope you liked the video. How do you think daily life would change if you lived in a rotating house that always faced the sun? Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to our channel so you never miss a new video.